last summer, the transmission of my Corvette went out. So I've decided, rather than paying someone to rebuild it, I'm going to go ahead and try to do it myself. Not only as an effort to save money, but as a way of learning how to do it and maybe getting a deal on another car that has a bad transmission in it. Now, I did not have a handling fixture to rebuild it, so I went ahead and took measurements after I'd pulled the transmission. I did not get any footage of that, unfortunately, but there's plenty of guys on YouTube who've already done that you can check out. And once I had an idea of the rough size, the outside of the transmission, where the lugs are, I came up with this general plan and got started using some C-channel and part of a floor jack that I found in my basement. Unfortunately, this footage of me cutting through the C-channel was pretty slow. It's a lot heavier stuff than I thought it was going to be. Another new skill I decided to pick up while I was doing this was doing some work with round tube stock, or I guess round steel tubing. I've got a lot of experience doing things with the square tubing, but I decided on the handling fixture I was going to try doing a saddle joint rather than just cutting at a 45-degree angle. But I did not have any hole cutters that were big enough size to just drill a hole. So I found this method where you cut at roughly a 45-degree angle. You don't bring it quite to a point where the two cuts meet, and you're able to kind of blend it in with an angle grinder. And there's quite a bit of footage in here of me using the angle grinder and some files to get it pretty close. unfortunately, I do not have any actual footage of me welding this together. I was under the false impression that the GoPro was filming, but I guess I accidentally turned it off instead of on whenever I was tacking it together, and then whenever I went ahead and ran the beads. The first time using a flux core welder, but I think the results were good enough. And this is just a still shot I got after I had the main pieces welded up. I think the only major changes I made after this were trimming a piece off to allow me to mount it to the engine stand, which you're going to see, and then I went ahead and I trimmed off just a little bit from that outrigger hanging down. As you can see, that's it for this project. The transmission is in it right now, and I'm in the middle of disassembly, but I'm hoping to have another video out soon kind of showing that process. This isn't really intended to be a how-to, it's just me kind of documenting the process. Maybe somebody will find this content useful. If you enjoy this content, be sure to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.